Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd
doesn't touch film. I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
This is Real Nerds Podcast, and we are the best movie podcast that will be, hopefully, at Denver Fan Expo this June 30th through July 2nd, talking about movies and representing Blockbuster Video. I'm Ryan, and sitting in with me is Brad.
Hey.
Every week, we see a new movie, and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we saw Infinity Pool. Stay tuned, because we will tell you if we recommend the film or not, play the trailer, and then spoil the movie. And then, because this is my show, Brad, and I do whatever I want, and you can't stop me because it's my show. You know how that goes. Usually we used to have a structure, but for over a year now, I changed the structure, so I do whatever I want. And I thought it'd be fun to delve into the new DC universe, which they're calling Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So there's a lot going on there, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of check out their film and television slate and
before we review the movie.
What's up?
Before we review the movie?
No,
okay.
I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, I'm ditching the other segments in favor of that.
Okay. I mean, I don't think we had any other ones, any other segments other than news and what we've been watching, but yeah, it's your show. You do whatever you want. I can't stop you. I mean, I could press the button just to end this right now, but yeah, you can do whatever you want.
But if you do that, then you're something gets it. I don't know what.
I'll just post Megan or Otto finally. We don't even need an episode this week.
Yeah. I mean, you're already like 3 weeks behind, so.
Hey, part of that is James's fault. I was ready to go. And he had a hard time getting that audio file to me, so I finally put out the Film Explosion, and I didn't want to just overwrite it immediately with the 2 episodes we didn't put out already. So,
all right, cool. I don't even remember what movies we've reviewed since then. Everything's been all messed up.
I think it's just those 2. I think it's just Megan and Otto.
Yep. Cool. Anything else going on this week, Brad?
Yeah, probably. How about you?
No, I've been working so much that it's just like I have nothing like cool to say. You know what I mean? Like, nothing cool's going on. I just work all the time, and then I come home and watch movies. Or I've been playing Midnight Suns a lot, the Marvel role-playing game that came out on PlayStation in December.
I've never even heard of that.
It's pretty fun. It's like
Final Fantasy, but for Marvel.
Yeah, in a way. It's so it takes a lot of more of the like demon kind of part of the Marvel universe. People like Blade and Magic, so like darker characters, Ghost Rider. But they're also sprinkled in. Spider-Man's in it. I already said Doctor Strange. Iron Man. And And so it's kind of fun. It's like a melding of the Avengers and then the Midnight Suns. And you take the role of someone called the Hunter, and you are trying to stop Lilith, the mother of all demons, from taking over the world. And it's a cool kind of premise. It's turn-based, but you have 3 turns, and it's also a card game. So you're dealt cards every turn, and some cards are attack, some are skills, and then they're called heroic, and they're, super powerful moves. So it's really fun, and there's lots of strategy because you can move your guys around and use the environment to help you damage people. The story's really good. It has a lot of fetch quests that remind me of I can't think of the game, but there's maybe, do you ever play Knights of the Old Republic?
No.
Something like that, where it's not really integral for you to do it, but there's a lot of, hey, we're throwing a surprise party, which seems really weird for superheroes to do, but whatever. But it's fun, and it's interesting how much the Marvel Cinematic Universe has influenced everything that Marvel does now. The guy they have voicing Tony Stark is doing a Robert Downey Jr. impression, so it's interesting. Just not as good, and the timing's not as good as Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still fun, and it's fun to fuck around in. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. Nothing that exciting.
Yeah, it's just day after day, work, come home, veg on some thing I'm watching, which happens to be Saturday Night Live, and then wake up, go back out again.
Speaking of which, some inside baseball. We're recording 2 weeks worth of stuff this week. That Mario Kart thing, I could not stop laughing when Mario says, "Toad, dodge." He says, "I can't. It's a red shell." And he just puts his arms up. It's so fucking funny.
The guy who plays Toad, yeah.
Yeah. Even Pedro Pascal, where he goes, "It's a me, Mario."
So good. Like the graphics work they have available for that show now is insane.
I know, it's unbelievable because Saturday Night Live used to be so lo-fi.
Yeah.
Now,
like, I've been watching the old episodes, and I'm in the 94 season, but shortly before that, there's like Toonses where it's a puppet cat in a car that's like against a rear projection screen.
Yeah.
And now they like fully CGI like Mario worlds. It's crazy.
It's interesting how they've evolved. Where now, because now you have to have that stuff on YouTube and things where people can download it and see to get people to watch it when it airs. So you have to have those fancy, shorts or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, so that was fun. Anyway, last week, we saw Infinity Pool. Brad, do you recommend Infinity Pool?
I don't know. It's definitely, I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy watching it. It was interesting. Just on a like weirdness level, I don't think I could recommend it to anyone. But as someone, like, I watched the Possessor like uncut director's cut or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think Infinity Pool was that interesting. Like, it's weird, but like conceptually I wasn't like sucked into it. It has a couple moments of, I don't know, creative stuff, but overall it's like by the end I didn't care what was going on. So yeah. What'd you think?
I think I'm in the same boat as you. It's well made, but as I'm watching it, it just kept reminding me of I Know What You Did Last Summer mixed with A Clockwork Orange.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I needed to see like jizz like hit sand. I don't know. but yeah, anyways, here's, I can't I would never say, because James's mom, Carol, she always says, hey, have you seen this movie or have you seen anything good? I would never say, you know what, Carol, you should go see Infinity Pool. I would never do that. So Carol, if you're listening to this episode, do not see Infinity Pool. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but I guess if you want to stream it because you have absolutely nothing else to watch, I mean, there's worse things. Here's the trailer for Infinity Pool.
I don't understand why we're doing this. We barely know these people.
It's one day. Let's mix things up a bit.
You're just happy you found your fan club.
I've been waiting 6 years for your second book. Is it coming out soon?
I'm working on it.
What do you do for money then?
You married rich.
I actually came here looking for inspiration.
Mr. James Foster, you'll have to come with us.
Here, the punishment for any crime committed is death.
What did you say?
But for a significant sum, we'll build a double to send in for your execution.
Double.
Looks just like her.
Maybe think of it as a gift. It's like a new skin working into place. It's for you to complete your transformation.
This is just a little game.
But I can take some blood. Show me how strong you are. It's really disgusting. You could just sit there and watch it happen.
You know, James, do you worry they got the wrong man?
Yeah, Infinity Pool, this couple is on vacation at some resort town that is also bordered by a horrible country, but the resort people are fine because they're fenced off. And Alexander Skarsgård is a writer who's only written one book, and his wife is extremely wealthy. One day he meets Mia Goth's character, Bay. What's her name again? Something B. So yeah, you check while I keep explaining.
This is spoilers weeks ago.
Yeah, so she
Gabby
talks about how much she. What is it?
Gabby?
Gabby?
Gabi?
Sure. I mean, I could be. I saw it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. James Foster is Skarsgård's character, and then the Bowers are the couple that she's part of.
Yeah. So she says she's a fan, and they go out out of the compound, which you're not supposed to do, and they have a picnic by the beach, and Alexander Skarsgård's peeing, and then Mia Goth comes up behind him and jerks him off, and that was the said semen that hit the sand. And on their way home or back to the resort, they hit some farmer and kill him. And instead of reporting to authorities, they just go back to the resort thinking nothing's happened. The next morning, the police show up, take them in, where while they're in custody, they're told about this process where they basically create a double of you, and you pay a lot of money, and that person is executed for retribution for you killing someone else. So he does it, and then you find out that Mia Goth's character and her husband do this all the time for fun. So they kill people and then they pay a lot of money to have their duplicates killed in their place. And it's just, basically it's like a class warfare kind of thing where these wealthy people can get away with whatever they want because they have money to pay to get out of it and take advantage of a poor country. And it slowly devolves into moral ambiguity. And yeah, that's basically the plot of Infinity Pool. I don't know, like I when I was watching it, like I don't know, Brad, like I never thought it was a bad movie, but I never was really sold on it.
Yeah, I just kept wondering like where it was going.
Yeah.
And I don't think it really goes anywhere other than to transform this writer who, has no interesting experiences in life to really write from. Because he kind of just lives off his wife's wealth.
Yeah.
And aspires to be a writer, but has nothing within himself worth writing about yet. And so he gets seduced by all the crazy things that this group of people that the Bowers are involved with. And I don't know why, he's so interesting to them to bother putting him through all this.
Yeah.
I think it's,
I don't know why they sought him out because it's never really explained. Maybe because they knew they could exploit him. I don't know.
Yeah, because like was obviously naive, and I guess that's like of interest to them. Like, hey, let's corrupt this naive person. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't know what I was supposed to get out of that arc.
Yeah, and Mia Goth is always great in movies. This one, towards the end, she comes a little more unhinged, and the end, they tell him he needs to kill his like animalistic doppelganger, which he does, and then she takes blood and rubs it on her boobs and makes him suck her boobs. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the whole point of it is. I don't understand what it is. Maybe you can help me. I don't know.
No, if it had a deeper meaning, it went over my head. Like I said,
do you think that's our problem? Like we just don't understand like movies that are that like that. I don't know.
Art house movies where, the meaning is based on the whims of whoever made it. Yeah, I don't know. It just happens. I was, like I said, I saw Possessor and I thought a lot of that movie was pretty shocking. So going into this, I expected more creative, shocking stuff. And it seemed pretty tame, really. Some violent stuff.
Besides like the orgy scenes and stuff.
But I just kept reminding myself of like the Babylon ending with like all the ink and stuff. So it's like that, but with like tons of nudity. So it's like, I kind of saw this a couple months ago. All right.
I know we've seen a lot of orgies on screen lately.
Have we?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like
two.
Babylon. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That seems like more than normal,
a lot,
right?
It's just they're really close together. That's about it.
Yeah, but when's the last time there's actually an orgy on scene? I mean, on screen. Freaking Eyes Wide Shut that I remember. I don't know. I guess I don't seek out those kind of movies. I don't know.
And Enter the Void, I guess that's for me. They're not usually narratively interesting. They're just more like sensory. Yeah, like visually.
And I think that's what Brandon Cronenberg was trying to do, is by them taking drugs and then just fucking, because it was 2 scenes where it's just colors and sound and nudity and mixed in with violence that wasn't that shocking, So I mean, really the only violence that was really over the top is when he was beating his own face in at the end.
Yeah.
but yeah, the rest of the time it's I don't know. I just watch. I'm like, okay. I mean, it looks nice. I was never bored, but I don't recommend it. I could never fully get into the movie.
Like a conventional moviegoer, I would not recommend too, but even an art house moviegoer, I can't recommend it because I just don't know what I'm supposed to get out of it.
I know it was a bummer because when I saw the trailer, I was hoping it was going to be some sort of like home invasion kind of slasher movie, which it kind of is, but not really. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that happens, but it's not what the plot hinges on, I guess.
No, and I also thought like there'd be more to all the people that had, the marks on their face for the festival that they were seeing. But it really never amounted to anything.
Yeah, I also thought they were going to dive into the moral implications of, hey, we have this procedure that duplicates you, and then you can watch yourself die, and then apparently they're so nonchalant about it. It's kind of like Multiplicity. Are they copying on making copies on copies, or
it's one Steve? I don't know.
Or like, what else could you do with this procedure? Like, how perverse and twisted can you really make it? And they really don't do that. They just, do some bad things, copy them to get out of it, and then do it again. But it never really escalates.
Yep. So. And then at the end, he stays back instead of going home to see his wife. And like, if that was my husband, I would never take him back. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You just went around killing people and shit?
Yeah. Thankfully, she took off really early on. She didn't stick around for a lot of his antics after those first one or two times. So, all he could do was like sit on that beach in the rain. And again, too, like, it's interesting they didn't explore if he's a copy or the original.
Yeah,
I don't know. So I
don't know either. They kind of just left it up in the air.
I don't know what it was trying to do. So
Yep. So it's a movie I've seen and I probably will never see again. Because I want to revisit Babylon because I thought Babylon was kind of a sensory overload too. But I don't know. And the steelbook for Babylon looks really cool.
I know. I didn't love the movie, but I do like steelbooks with like good art. So maybe just if they can do a cut of the movie on the steelbook, that's like the movie without the ending, that'd be great. Or I guess I'll just stop it before it gets to the recycled cinema footage.
Yeah, that was stupid as fuck.
Just watch what's a Manny or whatever staring at the screen and his face lighting up and just cut to black. That's it. End it right there.
Cool. So, instead of news and what we've been watching, Brad, I kind of teased it at the beginning. James Gunn and
Peter Safran.
What's that? Yeah, Peter Safran are the head of DC, and DC about 6-7 days ago, maybe 6 days ago, unveiled their chapter 1, which they're calling Gods and Monsters, and it's movies that are going to go into production and TV shows that are going to run through 2027. So this is 4 years worth of films and movies. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through each one, and I pulled up basically a little synopsis of each one that they teased. I mean, obviously there's going to be more to it if that's okay with you.
I mean, could I say I don't want to do it, and would it matter?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, continue.
Cool. So the first movie that's going to be under this banner is Superman Legacy, which opens July 11th, 2025. And Safran is saying that this is the start of the DCU. But it will not be an origin story of Superman. They also revealed that James Gunn is writing the project, which I think he kind of teased for a little bit. He posted pictures of All-Star Superman, which, by the way, I think is a great Superman story. And I'm not even a big Superman fan. Did you ever read that one?
I did, but for that's an end of Superman story, so it's interesting to see how he's going to turn that into a early Superman story.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because he also said that he's going to do a young Superman, where that story is Superman reflecting on his life. So, because he's dying in the story.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I guess towards the end, he doesn't die, and he kind of goes back and sees how Clark Kent sees how he got there. So I mean, it's a great story. So hopefully we'll, if they just use it for inspiration, I'm down. So they're also doing The Authority, which is something that was launched by Jim Lee, and it's Wildstorm characters. But they're created by Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch. So kind of, I guess Wildstorm came out of Image, but when Jim Lee went to DC, because he owns that stuff, it comes with him. I don't know. But they kind of sound like the Suicide Squad. I don't know. I don't know. Do you know anything about The Authority?
I don't know. I think it's the first time I heard of him.
The way James Gunn describes it is there are people that are very questionable, like The Authority, who basically believe they can fix the world in an easy manner, and they take things into their own hands. And Safran said they're kind of like Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men, that they know that you want them on the wall, or at least they believe that. It's being written now, but he didn't say by who. Next up is The Brave and the Bold, which is going to be the DCU's version of Batman, which they also announced that the Batman Part 2 is coming out in 2025 in October, but that's going to fall under their banner of Elseworlds, and so is the Joker sequel. So The Brave and the Bold will introduce the Bat family, and the first version is going to be Robin is Damian Wayne, which Batman had with Talia al Ghul. So yeah, it's written by Grant Morrison. I know after they announced that, all my Batman comics went up in value, so that's cool.
I was going to ask you, I saw this Detective Comics. I don't remember the number, but it's got, I think it's a jock cover with the Joker's face, and it's made out of like bats.
Oh yeah, that's worth tons of money.
Yeah, why?
Just because it's a cool cover.
Really, that's it? Because I have that one. It's like worth like $500. So
yeah, no, everybody wants it. It's for the cover.
Cool.
Yeah,
I have a modern one that's worth something.
Yeah. They always come through. I have the first appearance of Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, and those ones are both over. I think Miles is now 1,000, and Spider-Gwen is like selling at 700. So, whatever. I did trade. I had two first appearances of Miles, and I did trade one in, and I got a couple old Spider-Mans for it, so I thought it was well worth it.
And I'm paying attention to the value, like I'm never going to sell it.
Yeah. Well, if you had two of them, you could, trade one of them in and get like a really old Batman. That's what I do with, if I have a comic that I have duplicates of and it goes up in tons of value, I just go and fill in my Amazing Spider-Man holes.
Yeah. Well, that's the trick, is like, you have to see the future when you buy it to be like, obviously number one is like, I should probably get two of a number one, but the later ones, it's hard to be like, I guess I'll buy two of all these and hopefully one of them will hit and then I'll be set for life.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I do is if it's a big Spider-Man story, I usually get 2 copies of it, and it makes it easier now because they have so many variant covers. But for that one, Miles' first appearance was in The Death of Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe. So, of course, I got 2 issues of each one. So, got lucky on that.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to do a Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which they're basing that on another comic. I think it's Tom King. Yeah. That's really recent from 2021 and 2022. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. And the last movie that they announced was Swamp Thing, which they've tried a couple times. And
yeah, they just had a TV show a couple of years ago.
Yep. And Wes Craven, of course, made the first one. And what was interesting was when James Gunn was talking, is he said he wanted to do with Swamp Thing what he did with Rocket, was kind of bring him in the forefront, these kind of unusual characters, where Swamp Thing is well known in the comic world, but I think overall he's not as well known. So I think that's fun, and it's going to be a horror film, and it should be fun. Interestingly, in television, Creature Commandos is an animated series for HBO Max that has already been in production for a little bit. So, it sounds cool to me. It's Frankenstein's monster teaming up with a werewolf, a vampire, a Gorgon to fight Nazis in World War II. So, I'm down.
Sounds a little League of Extraordinary Gentlemen-y, but yeah.
But they're gonna. It's a cartoon, so hopefully it'll be super violent. Another cool TV show is Waller is coming out, where they're going to focus on Viola Davis's character from. I guess she's the only one who's going to continue through all of this. The only bummer is because James Gunn is focusing on Superman. Peacekeeper season 2 is on hold.
Oh,
so yeah, because they're gonna. So the people that are made Peacekeeper are going to focus on Waller. So that's a bummer. They're also doing Lanterns, which is going to focus on the Lantern Corps. Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, and they're going to go across the universe looking at solving mysteries. Another TV show they're going to do is called Paradise Lost, which is going to be set on the island of Themyscira before Wonder Woman. So that'll be kind of cool. They said there's a comic series that Phil Jimenez and George Perez did that followed a civil war on Themyscira. So I don't know if that's what they're going to base it on or not. We'll see. And the last TV project they are going to do is Booster Gold, which I don't know very much about him. I do know that he shows up in Superman Doomsday. That's and he's also I don't know if you've read Batman, but he's able to send Batman to an alternate timeline in one of the arcs from a couple years ago where his parents aren't dead and Batman becomes an asshole. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I read Booster Gold is a guy from the future who basically uses his powers to go back and make himself not an asshole.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's a pretty cool slate. Hopefully it'll all work out. I think everybody's better off when cool comic book movies come out, personally.
Yeah. But it's also, so early in the development that I can't be attached to anything because they could all fall apart at any minute. So, I forgot about.
I think I don't know if they will because, Marvel, they want to be like Marvel. And Marvel shuffles the release dates around, but usually when they announce movies, they don't go out by the wayside.
Yeah. But Disney does that with Star Wars and Marvel slates where they'll be
yeah,
hey, we got this Rogue Squadron series, and then it just disappears. And then, maybe it comes back, you hear about it and then it just disappears again. So Also, whatever happened to I thought oh my God, what's his name? Super 8.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. I thought he was in charge of DC until James Gunn got the job. Like,
no. Well, I mean, the real guy in charge of it was Walter Hamida, and
but I thought they put like J.J. Abrams on to develop stuff like the Black Superman movie, and then some other projects.
I think those are still in development, but it's going to be under DC Elseworlds. So they have, they're like DCU, where they're all going to be kind of connected, and then the Elseworlds are the other stuff. And they haven't even said if Aquaman or Flash is part of the DCU yet, because I've heard from reading multiple interviews with people and James Gunn that The Flash is a really good movie. So
it must be really good if they're going to stay attached to Ezra Miller.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think they purposely kept pushing it back to hope that he would settle down, and he has. I mean, we haven't heard from him in a long time. So, but yeah. So it'll be fun. And then, we'll see about Aquaman. That's only 10 months away. And that's what's happening in the world of DC.
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Yeah. I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I saw that. It didn't seem like you were that impressed with it.
I did fall asleep towards the fourth of it.
So, Brad, you fall asleep a lot in movie theaters. Is that like a calming place for you and it's easy for you to fall asleep in?
It can be. In this particular case, I was in the very front row. So I think my spine was just like a good place, angled to where, yeah, like I probably just got off of doing Instacart all day and I ate a whole pizza and I was at a probably really comfortable position in my seat. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of interesting stuff going on. So I think I just fell into that eye rolling, like I'm awake, but not thing. And then woke up and it was done. Really funny thing though, is, it was like in theater 8. So there's like 3 or 4 rows, right?
Yeah.
And, I'd been kind of eyeballing it all day being like, maybe I'll go to this, maybe I won't. And then finally, before the first 2 rows were open the whole time. And then I finally decided to buy the ticket. And then one person picked the middle, I think front row seat or second row seat. Yeah, it's the front row seat. Yeah. It's like, oh, great. Now I got to sit on the very far left or right. And so I show up and, I look and there's no one in that seat, but there is another person closer to where I picked. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, I got like 2 people in this row now. And so I sit in my seat, and then that guy like stands up, throws his menu on the ground like he's pissed off, and goes all the way to the other end, like the complete opposite seat. And I was like, that's me. When people show up and pick a seat near me in a totally open row, and then he got served, and the server's like, "You're actually supposed to be in the middle seat." I was like, why was he even like between me and the middle seat to begin with? I don't know what he was doing. But so hey, yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's like the clowns and animatronics are cool, but it's just some teenagers wandering around some sets, like inside this tent that doesn't match the inside doesn't match the outside.
No, I own it.
Yeah, and they the clowns zap people, and I forgot
cotton candy, baby.
Yeah, it turns them into cotton candy, and then I like I said, I don't know really how they got defeated or whatever, but
well, if you want, anytime you want, Brad, I have the Arrow Video special edition of it.
I'll revisit it so I could figure out what I missed. Yeah.
The making of it's really cool. The Kyoto brothers special effects are really cool in it.
Yeah, they made the live action Ninja Turtles TV show stuff.
Yeah.
So I've always been a fan of their work. It's effects wise, it's pretty cool, but I didn't really care about the main characters. And
it's just it's like a silly movie. It's just really silly. And it's one of those films that is really popular because it is so goofy. Definitely a B movie all the way through.
Yeah, I was hoping there was like some grander plan to turning everyone to cotton candy, but there's not.
No, there's not.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I watched. What'd you watch?
I really want to touch on this episode of The Last of Us because, one, the TV show is great. The first episode follows the game's opening pretty closely. It does give a little more backstory to Joel and his daughter, which helps elevate the emotion you feel when it's whatever, the game's 10 years old when his daughter dies. And
I never played it.
And then the second episode is pretty similar to the game too. The only difference is when Tess dies, it plays out a little differently. The third episode, however, is a huge departure where in the game, you're going to meet this guy named Frank who has a car battery you're trying to get. And in the game, when you enter his home, there is a person that has hung themselves in the living room. And when you search the home, you pick up the suicide note, and it implies that Frank and this corpse that is hanging in the living room were together. And it's, you never, and that's it. It's just, you just know that, I'm sorry, I got them mixed up. So Bill is the guy who is alive in the game, and Frank is the guy who is hanging in the living room. And it's implied that they are together, and Bill did something to Frank to cause him to commit suicide because he is so miserable. And it's just implied in the game. You don't see any of their relationship or anything like that. In the third episode of the TV show called A Long, Long Time, Nick Offerman plays Bill, and Murray Bartlett plays Frank. And the episode is almost an hour and a half long. The first 20 minutes is Joel and Ellie again. But I was really shocked when over an hour of the episode was focused. First, it focuses on Bill and how he is. What do they call the preppers? Are the guys who have the bunkers and stuff, right?
Yeah, doomsday preppers.
Yeah, there we go. And so he's doing that while everybody else is freaking out because of the infected. And so he has his run of his town, and he's still making he has pig and rabbit, and he's living a good life by himself. Well, one day, Frank falls into one of his traps, and instead of killing him, he invites him into his house to eat and take a shower because he has hot water. And what happens through this really sweet story, you find out that they both play piano and like Linda Ronstadt, and they develop this relationship, this loving relationship. And it's just how their relationship grows throughout this horrible pandemic and basically the end of the world. and it deviates from the game where Frank doesn't hang himself. There is, I don't want to spoil it because it's so good, but there's more at play, and it's so beautifully done, and it's such a romantic episode, and it's really interesting when something that it's a horror show, but to have such a romantic episode and played so well by the actors, and I mean, it changed how the game was for the better, and it was just really cool to see, and it was so good, and it was shocking, because you're not expecting that at all for that to happen. Because I've beaten the game probably 5 or 6 times, so I know every beat of the game. And so to have that was really, really, I think, special. And it's one of the best hour of TVs I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I heard it was Black Mirror's San Junipero episode.
There was what?
I heard it was like Black Mirror's San Junipero episode.
I don't know what that is.
Oh. It's kind of like what you described.
Okay.
It's a horror show, but there's like this relationship that grows, and you kind of just see it evolve over time. So.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So it's exactly like that then. But if you haven't watched it, you should watch the other 2 episodes as well, because they're both really great. But the 3rd episode is fantastic. And the only bummer is it's getting review bombed on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Because there's gay love in it, Brad. So be prepared. Can you believe that's an actual thing?
I believe it. We've been dealing with it for almost a decade now.
I was hoping so much that because of what the show was and how wonderful it is shot and acted, the music is so good, everything about it, cinematography is great. I was hoping that people would, get past it, but obviously no one ever will.
Remember in the 70s, and there were shows that had a gay character on it, and people were like, huh, funny, cool, all right, moving on.
Yeah.
And somehow we've just done this disgusting backslide.
I know it's okay. I don't understand why people are so grossed out by people who love each other. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's sad. It's a sad state of, and I'm not going to get weird about it, but it's just kind of disappointing that that's what happens now.
Yeah.
Instead of just seeing 2 actors that are, at the top of the game, it was so good. Laura, she will sit and just dick around on Instagram while I watch stuff like that because she doesn't care. But that episode was so good, she watched it.
She fiended in.
She did. So, just the part where Nick Offerman has strawberries is giddy. Everybody should see it. It's freaking wonderful. That's what I watched this week.
I just don't understand the impulse of it's so easy to be, I don't like this. Well, I'll just press this button and pick something else and move on with my day.
I know, exactly. You don't have to review.
But these people are
it.
Oh, they're forcing it down my throat. Really?
Yeah.
Exactly. Someone's holding you against your will and making you watch the thing you selected.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's funny you bring that up because now, you can watch it on regular HBO. I think it's on at a time. But I'm guessing most people that have HBO now have HBO Max. So you literally select if you want to watch it or not. And
you select it even if it's on regular cable TV.
You're right.
Press up or down. You can go immediately to something else.
It's such a contained episode that you don't have to watch it to watch the rest of the series. You really don't. But shame on you if you don't, because it's freaking wonderful. And it's, like I said, it's one of the best TV episodes I've seen in a really, really long time. So definitely check it out. Cool. Next week, we are seeing Knock at the Cabin.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So until next week, I'll see you at the movies. Bye.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!